Hey, it's Lou Brutus backstage at Rockfest 2018. Matt and Ryan from Blacktop Mojo join me now. Nice to see you, gents. How are you?
Doing pretty good, Lou. How are you, man?
I'm good. Tell me about the set today. You had a perfect time to play. It was early in the day, and it had not turned into a microwave oven yet on stage.
It was not an inferno yet. Yeah, it was cloudy. It was nice. We had a nice breeze, you know. People were coming out, man. They were just waking up, not so hungover yet. It was a.
I mean,
they were recovering. You know?
What's it like to play to a crowd like that? Because again, you were on early in the day. It was before noon, and these people had a big old party the night before. How do you turn it all around? It
was really cool, man. They all started kind of filtering in real slowly throughout the set, and they were loud as hell. You couldn't really tell there wasn't that many people out there. So I mean, it was cool, man. You know, it was a really warm reception.
Give a little background, if you would be so kind, on the band and where you're all from.
We're all. We started the band in Texas in a little town called Palestine. Me and the drummer, Nathan Gillis. I was working in a coffee shop. Kind of had some mutual friends, and we used to kind of run into each other at parties and at the local bar and stuff. And eventually, I convinced him to come out. You know, I said, "Hey, man, I'm playing at the coffee shop tomorrow. You should come check it out." And eventually, I convinced him to come out. We were pretty hammered drunk, I think, at the time. We were at a country concert by I can't remember who it was now. But luckily he remembered. He showed up the next day with a couple buddies and invited me back to his house after the set. And I showed up with a big bottle of Crown and my guitar, and we started playing our World Takeover. You know, we said, "Hey man, let's start a band." No, yeah. So,
where were you going for concerts at that point?
What was that?
Where were you going for concerts? Where would you have to travel to, or who came to you?
So there was a little bar in Tyler called the Electric Cowboy at the time, and we used to go watch. I think it was Cody Johnson. It was Cody Johnson. He's a really, really good country artist, and that's who we were seeing that night. So yeah.
And for rock shows, like, what did you do?
Rock shows. We have a local venue called Clicks. I think we saw Shaman's Harvest there. I don't know, man. They ran a lot of bands back then.
Yeah, and again, are you guys at that point? Are you discerning between the two, or didn't matter? It was just like, well, I like this stuff. I'll just go see anything.
Yeah. No, well, around there you kind of take what you can get, man. We're from the middle of nowhere, so if somebody's kind enough to come out and play a show where we're from, you kind of have to go, you know. Yeah.
Now, how did you guys come to do the cover of Dream On?
We were writing songs for our second album, and Brenda Ships, and we were putting out kind of cover songs and stuff on YouTube, just kind of for fun, and because our friends and stuff were bothering us. Hey man, when are you gonna put out new music? And so we just started kind of doing covers, and one of our buddies came up to us and said, "Man, y'all should do Dream On." And we ended up trying it, going to the studio and just saying, "Hey, nobody's got to hear it if it ends up being terrible." And we took it to our family and our friends after we had a rough cut, and they usually tell us when something sucks, you know what I'm saying? And they didn't hate it, so we ended up putting it up on YouTube. And then by the time we got done tracking the album, it kind of had gained a lot of momentum, and it had almost 1 million views. And the album really is about us kind of quitting our jobs and jumping into the music thing the whole time, and following our dreams. And what better song to include on an album than Dream On?
Now, it's one thing to put it up on YouTube. It's another thing to have it as an official release. Tell me about any hoops you had to jump through.
Not really.
Do lawyers have to call somebody? And
lawyers.
Get,
yeah, we just we got the mechanical rights for it and everything, and kind of went through. We have a really good lawyer. He was super helpful to us, and just made sure all the paperwork was done for it.
Any feedback from the Aerosmith guys at all?
We haven't. We actually our
Steven, step up.
Yeah.
We love you, man.
Yeah, man, we love you guys. Our PR guy reached out to their PR guy, I think, at one point, and their PR said we have enough trouble getting them to give us quotes for their own tours and stuff. So good luck. They're busy guys. So if you're out there, guys, we love you guys, and we look up to you a lot.
We'd like to hear from you.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's sad to get a no, but
Yeah.
It sounded like a fairly honest no.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It was fair.
I mean, hey,
Sure.
you take what you get,
Now, you still living down there?
Yeah, we actually all moved into a house together down there in Palestine, and so we tour together. We live together. We are never away from each other now.
No break.
Yeah.
No rest for the wicked. As they say.
But people down there have got to know that you're in a band, that you tour nationally, that you do all these big festivals. Do they treat you like they used to, or do they ever say, "Oh, those boys got big heads or anything like that?
No, it's not really like that, man. We go out. We kind of know everybody. We live in a town of like 18,000 people.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we know everybody, and we show up to the local bars, and people buy us a lot of drinks, and we're very thankful for that because.
I think the big thing is just not we don't act any different. Like, you know, since this little bit of success that we've had, we don't act any different, so they don't treat us any different, which is awesome. Like we like that.
We like our friends, man. Why would you?
We like to be normal.
Why would you
dudes.
quit hanging out with your friends?
Yeah. So.
Does anybody ever hop on the road with you for fun?
Yeah, we've had our tour manager's wife and our drummer's girlfriend and stuff. You know, they come in and out.
What's the reaction when they do it? Because a lot of people, they think, man, I'll get on the road, it'll be the greatest thing in the world. 2 days later, they're like, please send me home.
Let me
home.
home.
You're animals.
Actually, it was pretty cool. We took them out for about a week last time, I think, and they took them back to the airport, and drummer said, what do you think? What do you think about the whole, you know, the road life, the party and everything like that? And they were like, I don't know how you guys do it. I'm exhausted, and I didn't even do anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It can be.
So what comes next? When do you start working on new music again?
We've actually started working on new music. We've been cutting demos and stuff. We got a little studio back in Palestine, and hopefully we'll have something out by January. Some new, like a new single or something like that.
Very good.
Yeah.
And the Fleetwood Mac cover.
Oh yeah.
You gonna do something with that?
That's kind of up to our buddy, man. That's kind of his song. He'd been playing. His name's Alex Smith. He's played in a local band called the Bigsby's, and he was one of the first guys I called when we started the band, and the first call was like, "Hey man, how do you book out of town gigs? Like, how do you do that?" And he was kind enough to like give me his phone number, and he talked to me for a couple, like an hour, and we've always played shows with them back home, and kind of all around, and so it was kind of a no-brainer to do the song with him because we've always looked up to him, and it was kind of a cool thing to be able to bring him in the studio and do that. So,
well, it's great. You should do something with it, but
yeah.
Thank you.
Look forward to new stuff.
Maybe a bonus track.
Oh, there you go.
I don't
You
know.
heard
What do
it
you
here
think about
first.
it? No.
Maybe a bonus track.
Yeah.
Matt and Ryan from Blacktop Mojo. Good to see you again.
Hey, man, thank
Gentlemen,
you so
safe
much.
travels.
Appreciate
Thank
it,
you, brother.
I'm Lou Brutus. We are backstage at Rockfest, Wisconsin, 2018. And thank you for the air conditioning.
Oh yeah, thank you, man. This one works really well. The last bus we had, not so much.